Well, g'day tubes. Well, she blew on us. Oh man, no, I'm not, didn't blow an engine up, we blew a hose. That was just us totally suck you guys in, you know. She blew an original hose. We were just out using it, and where it goes way back, I thought I seen it wearing funny in here where it kind of goes through the casing here, but I guess I should have put her down a little further in there because she's blown right there. Not so good. And that might be a real prick to get out of there, to be honest. And I believe it's this second guy here. And tell me, how do you get down there to get that out? I could maybe get in there with the wrench, but I'm gonna have to probably take the battery box off, or you start and take this one off. Now, where does that first one go? Oof. I don't even know, but I bet you one of these are gonna blow at some point here soon too. These ones are feeding down to the curls. What a freaking mess we're gonna get into. Oh man, and I gotta get it off down here too, because this one goes, I think it's this one, yeah. What a mess. This other one here might be the first one here. I'm kind of thinking this one here, yeah. I wish it was the first one. But you got to remember, these things cross feed over too, right? So they come over here and feed these sides as well, and all down there. So if I let one of these off, the whole thing's probably going to go down. So I'm going to have to get the loader maybe up on that tire on the 2N or something. Might be all right. Put this bar maybe on that tire, and then it can just sit there and rest. Okay, so whenever we activate it, of course, she squirts out of there pretty good. But being an original hose, you know what? I can't really complain. Gonna have to probably get this guy off. I wish it was the other side that blew. Let's just have a look at this other side. Right in the middle of construction here too, you know, but it's the way they work. Yeah, so these come, what are we doing here? What are we doing? That feeds. Okay, so the big lines, I gotta figure everything out. I never really looked at this thing too hard here. These big auxiliary lines, they come down here. I'm gonna get covered in oil. They go underneath, and they're feeding, I think, those two big fellers there. Those ones come up. Yeah, these are going into the auxiliaries here, so they curl around down. Yeah, and they're feeding over to there. Okay, so we don't need to touch them. These ones come up and feed here and here. And then they're split somewhere here. They split here, and they're feeding the up and the down here. Oh yeah, so there's more of them over here too, okay. So it must cross in the middle there, and then it feeds both sides kind of thing. Okay. So eventually, like, these are all hose wrapped, which are good, but for some reason these guys in here, they don't hose wrap enough. Whenever you lift this up, these are always rubbing and stuff. But 100%, to be honest, as you can see, these are the white, and the white, those are still original hoses. All the loaders are still original. I have changed. The one main blew on me one day to the back of here, which was bad. I think I've replaced that one. I think the rest of them, to be honest, are all originals too. Just the ones on the curl. She blew. And then, yeah, I mean, it would have been nice if the part of this floor pan would come off, but she's all bolted down. And to be honest, I really don't want to mess with the bolts, because you got to get them from all underneath. They're probably just going to turn. I mean, this thing's 19 years old now, so yeah. But I do have to get a wrench down to hold while I take off. So, I mean, I might be able to get away with doing that without taking the battery box off. But if the battery box wasn't there, which it might even be fun too, I don't know where it mounts in. There's a bolt there, and bolts down here. Looks like it's got an offshoot of the frame. I take the battery out, which isn't a big deal. Undo that battery box, which, to be honest, the battery box on the bottom isn't doing great on this. But it's been a while since I cleaned the battery up, so. But that would allow me to get a wrench in behind there, and then maybe we better do that. All right, so, but first of all, let's get her maybe resting on that guy. So she's gonna leak a bit here. You can see the speckles all over the place, right? Dylan was actually using it. We were just filling a grave in, and he's like, I don't know, I just felt like it was raining. It was just splashing all over the place. We just got the grave filled in too, and he was actually using the backhoe, so. Well, we'll just get her in position here first. Get her in low range, gotta drive over some crap here. Just something to hold it up for me. Poor old girl. She's had better days. Really not looking forward to this battery box, but just gonna go over here while we lift, because she's definitely, you can hear it squirting there. Not good. That'd be a lot of oil squirted out there. Going down, it's really bad. Alright, let's just shut her off here now. There, okay. So, just in case she takes off on us, we've got her kind of secured there. Oh yeah, look at her going. Woo, mama! Should have put a bucket under that, I guess, but this fluid, I don't know what it's comprised of, or what it's made of. It's oil stuff, obviously. But I'll tell you what, the John Deere oil, within, if you get it like on the road or something, within like a month, it's gone. You can't even see where it was. For normal oil, it stained it like forever. So I don't know what they use, but freaking awesome stuff, let me tell you. Oh, that is gonna be one bugger to get that out of there. Okay, gotta get a tripod for you guys, and we'll start by doing a little bit of disassembly here. All right, I probably don't have to take this guy off now, but I think we will, just to give us a little more room. Oh. I don't think this thing is really held in by anything else. Maybe it is. What is it held in by? Looks like it's held in up top here with something. I don't know, can't see, gotta get a light, hang on. I think it's just like a tab thingy. Huh. I'm not really sure. That's kind of weird. Must be held by something. I think it's actually just going around that cylinder. But we could just drop that cylinder down too, I guess. Don't really want to do that, but it is possible, but I now need more tools. At least I think we can just drop the cylinder down. I don't know if that's going to be possible or not. Man, someone really smashed this cotter key in here. Let's take this off too. This is part of the snowblower thing here. I don't really need it on there right this second. There's big plates that I have to go here between this extra wide and down here, and that's for these big long bars, so you can only lift the snowblower so high when I got the big blower on here. There's actually 2 of them. Where the heck's the other one go? Oh yeah, it goes up to, well, it used to go up to the front part of the loader here too, so you couldn't tilt it as much either. Holy, someone's really got this guy on. Oh, man. Gotta say, the cotter keys do work really good. Sometimes too good. There we go. Now. Oh, gotta take the pin out. My bad. Oh man. Hang on. Probably better to go the other way. I gotta get this pin so I can pull it. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Okay, we have to get more tools and a towel. We have a lot of stuff here to disassemble just to get a frickin' hose off. Boy, I'm not liking how tight that was. She might have a burr on it, I don't know. Mostly out, there we go. Kind of looks like it's bent. Oh, it is too, big time. Right where that hole is. That's why it was so hard to get out. There's your problem. Alright, that towel's just about toast, so we'll get rid of that. Gently take this down and out here. Well, he's out now and it just squashed my finger. That didn't feel nice. How the heck was that in there? It was in around behind the cylinder. Gotcha. Okay, so now I was thinking get the pin up here, but that pin looks like it's got a bend in it. And now I'm really crubbed up. Okay, so let me, yeah, you know. Well, I'm not sure if I got the right sizes here. It looks like they're an SAE. Oh man, so it's bigger than a 3/4. I don't think they're a metric on these, believe it or not. That one's too big, a 22. Well, we got a 11/16 on there. I'm just not sure what size this guy actually is. 20 mil fits, but it's tight. This is a kit that someone sent me. I don't remember now who, I'm sorry. Whole kit of these things. I'll show you them in a second, but they're all metrics. Might have to use my adjustable. It's a little bit too tight there, so I don't know if I have anything bigger in SAE. Try a 21. That might be all right. Now, got the wrong one, holding the wrong one here. The whole thing's gonna turn out. Oh man. Okay, what the heck size is that gonna be now? Yeah, I gotta hold it here. So, crap. I do have a emergency one here, adjustable. might just get us through. Holy crap! Well, that one wasn't ready to come off. Okay, shouldn't be any pressure here. I don't believe it would have been coming out by now. So just the flat O-ring boss, they call those fittings. Okay, that was sort of somewhat successful. And we got a screwdriver here. Hang on, we got to take this other guy off. And this other thing, boy, I don't know what I want to do. This I'm gonna have to run up to John Deere and get a hose made. Not sure if it's gonna be today or not, but need places to put junk. We'll have to see. There's Paisley. Hi, babes. You're going to get all greasy over here. Look. You're going to get all greasy bald. All right, so that is pretty good there. Let's see if we can get this down and out here. Oh, you guys didn't seriously do that on me. Oh, they did too. There is 2 hoses in one big wrap here, I think. You buggers. That really sucks, because how do you fish that out of there now? So down here, I don't know if you can see, there's one big giant hose wrap there. I'm gonna have to move you guys back here for a second. There's one big hose wrap there that they've got both of those in. All that sure feels like it anyways. Yeah, it goes into one big one there. Isn't that awful? How the heck am I supposed to get that out of there now? I mean, I see why they did it, but I don't see why they did that. Because that's a freaking nuisance. So I might actually have to take this pin off here to be able to get that right out of there. Oh, why would you do that to me? Don't you like me, John Deere? I've been so good to you over all these years, and then you go and do that to me. Well, this is going to suck, because as soon as this cylinder comes out here, this is going to compress and then shoot a bunch of crap all over me. So I'm not really looking forward to that. Move all these tools out of the way here, I guess. Because I know cylinders. They're very unpredictable. To get this one off of here too, I think, so I can get the cylinder up out of the way here. Oh, that's going to be a lot of mess here in a second. Ooh, need more towel, and I got one little guy here I can maybe use. I don't know why I'm wiping my hands off, but you know, force of habit maybe. Oh, John Deere, you guys don't like me, do you? Don't you hate that when you do something like that and your fingernails catch and they kind of rip off? Yeah, I don't like that much. Okay, so we're getting that off. You know what, I should probably get both of these changed anyways while we got them apart here. And then in a month I want them to take it apart again. It's always the way it works, right? Fix one and then before you know it, they all need fixed. Okay, that's gonna drool there a little bit. I should get a bucket under it, but I got a lot of weeds here that don't need to be here. All right, now. I can probably get this first guy off. I don't know where you guys are gonna be best to sit, but we'll try to get you in somewhere close here. So we got to get both of these guys off, and since I'm gonna do that other one, crap, I had that wrench here. I was down there. I think these are a 15/16s, but I got a hold down below there, and I think it was see that battery box there, that is really in the way. Well, how's the best way to do that? Because it just basically goes from there to the steel line that goes from wherever under the tractor there. So I got to figure out what size that one is under there. Let me do some figuring here. We'll see if we can get that. There's this lovely kit that I don't remember. I'm sorry who sent me it, but thank you so much for sending me it, because it did come in handy today. Because I don't have that stuff out here this size, but so this hose was definitely doomed. There's another spot here. It looks like another chunk here. It was down to the wires and actually broke on the other side. So it's like it was getting pinched in there, but yeah, I'm gonna grab the truck and we're gonna head up to good old Deere and see if we can get a couple hoses made. One's a little bigger, one's a little smaller. You might say, oh, we don't have that size of hose, so you're gonna have to go both with this one. Okay, here we go. Well, let's fire up the beast. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The beast. All right, I don't know if Dylan's coming with me. He was back there mowing. Give that a little bit of a cleaning. Sounds like some crap on it. That wasn't too bad coming apart, huh? Didn't really want to take the battery box out if I didn't have to, but anyways, made out pretty good. We'll have to make sure we get them on there and tighten them up real decent, because they're pretty coarse threads on those fittings, and if you don't really rip them down, they could tend to come loose. I'll maybe just pop back, see if Dylan wants to go, and then we'll meet you up at Deere. All right, Dylan's not going to come. He's been having some real wicked nosebleeds the last about 4 days. It's all of a sudden he's just pouring, you know. And maybe being the redhead is the problem with that. I don't know. They bleed easy apparently, so I have no idea. But anyways, Yous and I are going to head up to John Deere. We'll get some hoses made. I don't think I can film inside there, but I can explain how they make hoses. It's pretty cool actually, but a lot of big equipment and a lot of fittings for all the different stuff. So we'll see you at John Deere. We'll have a look around outside maybe. Alrighty, coming down the big hill here, and gotta make a left turn into the big Johnny Deere dealership. They have all the hoses and fittings and all that cool stuff in there. It's not cheap, but they got a bunch of green parts and stuff out front. Look at them all. Must have got a bunch of new stuff in. Sweet. All right, they still got that big telehandler out front of the gigantic, huge loader bucket on it. God, that thing's huge. I'm amazed it lifts that much. Maybe that full of feathers would be all right, but all right. So we'll get in here. Oh, look at them all. I'll get in here and oh, they even got a Pottinger mower there. Huh. I'll get in here and get some hoses made, and then we'll have a quick look around. Head her back home. Got to get this thing back together. All right, we got some hoses made, and I don't have time right now actually to look at these tractors here, so we'll have a quick look here. There you go, tractor. Ooh, that's a nice little cabin. That little guy seems a little overkill, but hey, it's cool. Yeah, I got some hoses made. Got another bucket of oil for it. Wow, the oil's expensive now. Holy, 5 gallon pail, $171 for hydraulic oil. Whew, but I like the good John Deere stuff. That's all I've ever put in it. So So we got the hoses made, and it's okay, lady. Got a whole driveway. Hydraulic hoses made, and I got some little O-rings for the other side. We're gonna switch them while we're in there, I think. So, wait. But anyways, let's head her home. Oh, and the hose wrap, I've got some at home already. I was gonna get some more while I was there, just to have some in stock, you know, at our place. Way too expensive. He had like a partial roll, and the sticker said there was still 42 feet left on it, which I don't really think there was, but for almost $15 a foot. So that roll would have been like almost $600. I'm like, no, we're not doing that. I can use this old stuff, or I got some more at home here I'll use. But I think I got a roll of it at Princess Auto there. This stuff I'm going to put on, I think I got it for like $30 for like a 50-foot roll. So yeah, they definitely upcharge stuff. But anyways, we'll hit her home here and hopefully start reassembling. It should go fairly good, I think. I don't think I'm going to put it into the double wrap like it was. That I think I know why they did that. Kind of keeps them together, and then from spreading out, maybe getting, you know, even kind of more rubbed on things. But as long as you got one hose wrap on each hose, that should be good. You could zip tie them together, but I think they're supposed to flex a bit there in that thing while the loader goes up and down, right? So it's kind of a weird way to have to do it, but that's how they do it. So the hoses flex, but there is metal braiding in those hoses that eventually do kind of give up. And I don't know if the metal braiding is like a spring steel. I highly doubt it, but this one, I guess, let go because it was rubbing on the inside of that loader frame. So we're gonna, holy road, we're gonna hose wrap both of them as much as we can, and then we'll just zip tie it on the ends, and hopefully that's good, because it is kind of a real tight, kind of crappy spot. But anyways, so yeah, we got the hoses cut, crimped down ends. The one hose that was a little smaller, we had to go a little bigger because that's all they had. So hopefully everything fits back in that little area pretty good, and we should be good to go. But holy crap, this road, my goodness. We'll hit her home here and then see what we can get her back together. Well, we're just about home. Figured I'd maybe click the camera on and talk about this hose wrap stuff. Really good idea to wrap hydraulic hoses with that stuff. It's kind of like a fairly thick, probably nylon braided tube, basically, although it's kind of a square thing, flat square, but it comes out to like a tube that you put your hose in. And some people like this hose. One hose here had, oh, that was nice, we got that green light. It had that metal band around it, but I ain't got anything like that other than like a hose clamp. But I don't. That's kind of nasty too. So I'm probably just going to use zip ties, maybe a couple zip ties. That'll hold her. But basically, what this stuff is kind of supposed to be for is that hose, for instance, are burst. So if you're buying a hose on, say, the backhoe or something that is just the hose, they still can burst. And what happens is you're standing beside that, you've got, a machine that's been running for a while and the oil is hot. It's under pressure, a lot of pressure, like 3,000 psi. That would cut right into you and fill you full of oil and just be one horrific mess if that thing blew. So if you put this stuff over your hoses, it'll blow or whatever, and it kind of hits that stuff and it slows it way down, and it will just kind of fill that and then bleed out kind of thing, right? So that's a really good idea to have the hose wrap on them. It just gives you a little extra protection. And abrasion too for where we're going to be going with this thing. From kind of what happened, I should have had that hose wrapped years ago, but I did have that one little piece on, but I guess it just wasn't quite long enough. But and that was kind of before I got into the hose wrap stuff. And like, I got a hunk of garden hose, let's just zip tie that on. And yeah, it worked. It did work. So, but yeah, we're gonna have to figure out if I got enough hose wrap. Not. Princess Auto still sells it. They also have some stuff, but it's more like a plastic spiral. I don't like it quite as much. It looks cleaner and looks nicer, but then it's not quite sort of, well, that stuff does break too when it flexes. In the cold it'll break too, right where the other stuff kind of won't. So, but anyways, we'll get in here, and it's like dinner time now. I don't know whether I'm gonna finish this today or not, because I don't technically sort of kind of need the machine to lift the log onto the sawmill, because I gotta get, we'll look at that here in a second. But yeah, so I don't know, I really want to do some work on the one wall here, because I really need to get this building up. Could have worked on this inside if I had a little bit more of this done, roof on and stuff. But anywho, I'll show you the hoses here too. They look pretty good. Better not get down here too far. Need more room. I've got enough room here. No, not enough room. I'll have to get that tractor back out again. But yeah, the friggin' days are getting so friggin' short now. It's like you don't have enough time outside to do stuff. Yeah, I gotta work all day too, right? And then well, this is kind of during work time, but I kind of need the machine for work, right? So that's why we're working on it for work. But anyways, we're home. We're good. We show you these hoses here and stuff, and yeah. Now there's the new hoses. Look a lot nicer. No holes in them. See, they're both the same size though, eh? I think he said they were 3/8 or something like that. Yeah, 3/8 hose, 10 millimeter. So, hose wrap. Hose wrap. Hose wrap. Hose wrap. I might have enough. Try not to get those dirty. And oh, look at the mess of the tools. I'm gonna put that one back up there. I've also got some new little O-rings for down in here. There's little O-rings. Ooh. He might not have gotten the right sizes. Oh, maybe he did. Yeah, they're smaller on here. Okay. So there's little O-rings in there too that should be changed while you got that all apart. But yeah, see, these are wrapped here for the abrasion and stuff, but it wasn't down through there, so that's gonna be pretty tight. Where the heck did they go through? Was it down through there? Oh crap, I don't remember now. I guess they come out here, was it? Yeah, I think so. Through there. Fun times. All right, I'm gonna finish this tomorrow. Just the light's gonna go so fast here. I kind of got this just sort of back together. Maybe it'll hold for tonight. Yes. So then tomorrow we'll check the fluid here. It's way back here. There's a dipstick you can see kind of there, and then the filler guy. We'll check the fluid. It's kind of a real prick of a spot to get to be honest, but that'll give you an idea if we have to add some. I'm pretty sure we'll have to, because she's probably lost at least a couple of liters, and she might be more than that too. I don't know, but be the same video for you guys. I'm not gonna finish this right now. I'll do it tomorrow. All the hoses are hanging, won't get full of water if it happens to rain. We kind of sort of covered things up. I wish I had a cap for that, but there's a hose wrap. That's the new stuff, so we'll wrap her in this. $15 a foot they wanted for that. That's nuts. So see, it's like it's flat, but it opens up to like a tube, right? It's just like looks like a ratchet strap stuff, sort of. Fun times. But anyways, we'll see you in the morning. Well, welcome back to the day 2. Same day for you guys, but we're gonna see if we can replace these O-rings first here. Should probably do them while I got them off. You know, they're probably fine. And I don't really want to bugger this one up because I'm just not 100% sure if we got the right ones here. I think he's got us the right ones, but they're a little flat on the one side, but let's see here. So we got little guys here, and then bigger guy on the other end. And I don't know why they can't just make them all the same. That looks pretty good. Alright, so we got the other one to pick out here too. Let's move you out here a little bit. This guy here we gotta try to get out somehow. There we go. Oh, I didn't grab a cotter pin. I'm gonna need a cotter pin. And this one should be the bigger O-ring here. Should be, no, sorry, I'm wrong. Another smaller one. The bigger ones go on the other side of the hose. So the other small guy, so I'll put these up here before I lose them. And that guy can fit down in there. Maybe. Yeah, he's in. Feels like it's seated down pretty good. Alright. Now we gotta do these other ones, I guess, too here. So we'll pick these guys out too. And like I say, you probably didn't need to have to do these, but well, we got them out. Like this one's pretty flat and it's kind of hardish feeling. So let me grab this other guy here. Hopefully it's the same one here. Yeah, it's definitely square, flatter looking. Alright, so punch that guy in there, hopefully. Should stay. Oh! That one went flinging through here. It's pretty flat too. This should give her a little bit more life now. Yeah. They don't seem like they're fitting quite as nice, to be honest. I think that's good. It's in there, it's just got to get kind of squished in there, I guess. Alright, so now we got to fight with the hoses. I'm wondering if I should throw in some brake cleaner in there, maybe through that channel. Maybe I will here. Now, the stuff I got here isn't that nice high-powered stuff, but kind of wimpy actually. Should clear out this whole mess in here, to be honest. But anywho, gotta get rid of the oily stuff. There's a pile of grease in here too, but it's been greasing from years and years and years. Okay, it would be nice to get all that cleaned out, but like I say, I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Alright, well, now I got to figure out which best way for these to go. Pretty sure I'm going to have to look back now because I just 100% don't really remember. They wouldn't have come through that bottom one. Let me examine this here. I'm pretty sure they come out through this one and down and on. They wouldn't reach through there, and there's wear there as if they were sitting in there. I don't know, I can't remember now for some reason. It's only minutes for you guys, but it's a while more for me. I'm gonna maybe just do a bit of cleaning here and we'll get this kind of cavity cleaned out a bit better. Okay, I think I'm about ready to figure this out. Okay, got her fairly clean in there. Okay, so this will be the shorter guy that should go on the outside. And this is the longer feller that we had problems with that should go this way to, should make sure that they got the right fittings on here for us. Yeah, it should be good. Should be good. All right, so we're gonna hose wrap this guy. Now this has to go, and I don't think I can hose wrap the whole thing. Maybe we can. Okay. I don't know why I forget. It's got to come through here. And it's got to get kind of shoved up inside there. So let's stuff on some of this hose wrap here. Got all pinched up on me. Okay, if we go to about there, oh, for cornflakes. This stuff's a little big, but you need it bigger to go over the fittings, right? So I'll put them about there. And that ends about there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see this. Oh yeah. Because we got to cut this stuff too. Somehow. Don't know whether my knife is going to be sharp enough. Ooh. I do have scissors on this guy. Where the heck are they? That might be asking a bit much for the scissors. It's cutting pretty good. All right. Go Leatherman. Surge. Okay. Got a bit of crud on this end. That's not good. I think we're all right. Try to keep her out of the dirt there, bud. Okay, and I'm gonna have to zip tie this, I guess. So give me a sec, I'll zip tie her. Okay, we should be good. Large end through. And I think it was down through this guy. And that one's gonna go up to the front. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. Just trying to get this started on here is gonna be fun. I don't know. I think I might have it started. Boy, there's just nowhere to get a good purchase on this guy here. It's just terrible. This really sucks. I don't like it much. But we're getting it. Funny thing is, the other hose, the shorter guy, I think we've replaced it, but I honestly don't remember doing that. He's like, oh yeah, this is one of our hoses, which is like the ones he just gave us. I'm like, really? I don't remember changing that one. I would remember doing that because this would have really sucked. Okay, so now we got to get in here with this guy. Somehow. Gosh, I don't know how you get in here. I think we're about good there. Whew. Maybe I should try it just once more here. There's just no nice way to get in here, to be honest. If I get that one there and this one back in here too. Yeah, that's probably good. These don't really have to be hammered down super hard because they do have the O-ring. It's not like you're squashing a thing down there, right? So hopefully you've sort of seen that. Okay, so that's going to go up the arm here to this one. Got to curl it up inside of here though. It kind of goes up into this cavity, I think, a little bit there. And I want to get this bottom of the cylinder cleaned up a little bit because it is pretty gross. Gonna need a crap ton of towels though, let me tell you. Get the grease and the oil and the sticks off it. Now if I could get a way just to suspend that in the air here, let me just see if I can rig up something here just to hold that cylinder up. Well, this might not be ideal, but we'll see what we can figure out here. Oh, okay. There goes a bunch of oil right in where we're working. That's great. I don't know if the zip tie is going to hold this. They brought a second. So we lost a bunch of oil there, so we're going to have to do a bunch more cleaning now. Basically, you want it just to get this cleaned off. More towels. More towels. Ugh. Well, you can't say I don't grease. an awful lot. Because I've been through a lot of towels that are cleaning off the grease that I never grease. You know? I was, a long time ago now, accused by a commenter saying, oh, you never grease that thing enough, look at it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, are you kidding me, dude? I think the loader alone takes a grease tube itself. It gets greased, don't worry. She gets greasy. Now that pin too, I did straighten it. Try not to get that inside the cylinder because that would not be good. Yeah. That's gonna have to be good enough. Greasy. Okay, well, no, I want to do a bit up here too. Really need one of those heated pressure washers. Whoa, don't push too hard on that. Yeah, one of those heated pressure washers would be awesome. To be honest, this cylinder is probably going to have to come off. I think it's this side. It's going to probably have to come off and have a rebuild maybe. I think it's this side that was leaking. Yeah. Okay. Well, the ones ran. Now we got to fight with this other one. I like the high pressure brake cleaner. It's like almost like a pressure washer, but unfortunately this crap is just the low pressure. But yeah, that pin here, I did take it down to the press and straightened it, so it should hopefully be all right for the top there now. We'll see in a moment. Okay, this one here we will hose wrap as well, so let me go do that and get him hopefully down in the right spot. Feels like we're gonna be fighting something here. It's like this, he should have had this fitting turned a bit maybe for us. Well, maybe we'll get it. Let me go hose wrap it though. All right, like I say, I think we're gonna be fighting this for some reason here. I don't know why. I got that feeling this one, it kind of feels like he should have. I gotta try to get that through there somehow. That might suck. Maybe better go this way. There we go. I think I might get this side started first. Sorry for blocking you there. Okay, and this side we better maybe get up. I better tighten that right down. Should be all right. think we better get this pin put back in the back here. So, because this has got to flex a whole bunch up inside here. Somehow. There we go. We're already leaking fluid out this new hose here. Well, that's great. This one needs to go like this, but we got to get this retainer in here too. Boy, that seems awful tight in there. Something's not right. I think it's this hose here. I don't really want it to get pinched in behind. Alright, well, try to get this one hooked on here too. That big spider come out of there. How did he survive all that brake cleaner? I don't know. I don't know. Now there's not really a good spot to grab this guy here. Maybe right there. Should be it. Hopefully it's not going to keep leaking there. Should be it. Oh yeah, we got to put this little guy back in too. Holds this pin in here, and it's really all that holds that pin in too. Doesn't ever seem to come out, so. Hang on a sec here. I'm not super crazy with where these are routed here. Let me fiddle with it a bit more here. Maybe it's got to go up in behind like that. That might be it. Maybe. Well, we had it. It's funny now that I got that the hoses on there, it's creating vacuum and I can't get the thing to fit in nice. Oh, there we go. Okay, gotta get this guy in. There we go. She was being a stinker. It's a really good test for those zip ties. Held it up pretty good. Didn't do too bad at all. Okay. I think that's got her. Let's make sure we got this one snug. I guess we didn't tighten that guy yet. What the heck? Different size here. Should be good, and then just double check this guy. What the heck is going on here? These aren't the right sizes all of a sudden. Yeah, that's good. Okay, now we need our little strap guy up here. It's all covered in oil again too, so I'll give him a quick little bath maybe. Oh, not when it's down there though. Covered in oil. It's always covered in oil. And that one is just sitting about there. Ooh. She might not take all this now. I think that was about there. Surprised this wasn't some kind of metal strap band thingy. Might not fit now. She might not fit. Let me just get it started here. Jeez. Well, she won't need tightened up much. We're off a little bit there, but it's not terrible. Okay. Well, now we got to get this front pin in and this whatchamacallit thing. The support guy. Well, maybe we can use our zip ties here again. Momentarily holding. Clean off the poor punch. It just got smushed in grease. At least it won't rust for now. Time for a new towel. Blowing through towels today, let me tell you. You pretty much have to though when you're getting into this kind of crap. That's amazing. Like so this blew yesterday And it sat here while we worked on yesterday and then last night, and all these little specks up here are like bugs that have landed on the tractor through the night and got killed on the oil. See them all? Little bug remnants. Hey, that's a good bug trap. They're all over it, all over the hood too. It's gonna need a good wash. Like I say though, I wish I had a heated pressure washer. Oh, this thing's all covered in grease too. Oh, like big time covered. But I never grease anything, you know. Yeah, I don't really want to get that crap all over me if I don't have gloves on, right? So, use more towels. Yeah, I guess it's not terrible bad. I'm starting to run out of stuff there, so. Pretty much a whole can. Yeah, not gonna worry about inside of that one though. Yuck. Yuckies. More towels. Okay, let's grab that other pin too while we're here. And I did straighten it, so hopefully it goes it's not tremendous. It's not the original pin either, right? This is a pin. It's not bad there. Must be a hair a little bit bent still somewhere. This is a pin that they made, like I say, when we got that snowblower. So it's not a original pin, and I don't have the original pins because they kept the old ones when they took this whole machine away to fit the blower to it. So I don't even have those pins, so that kind of sucks. What to do? What to do? I need more towels. It's looking pretty darn good, but is it any better going the other way? Not really. Doesn't have a burr or nothing. It seems to go on this side good. Well, yeah. Gotta kind of try to get these two holes lined up here too. So we'll see what happens here, because I gotta get this pin in, and then I gotta get another cotter because that one got kind of wrecked coming out. It's a little tighter than I'd like to see it. We're getting offline here a hair a little bit. Make sure this pin goes through this one here too. Should be good there. That's maybe not good. It's funny, they're still painting this one. Ah, crap, you know what we forgot to do too? We forgot to put the stupid arm in. We do kind of need that. So, not liking the way that's fitting either. Could be the pin, could be something else bent. You never know. It's definitely something when it's coming through the side, so it's probably still got a little schmang in it. Ah, man, more towels. Okay, so we're gonna have to balance even more here now that I see this. To get this guy back in here. So, even more fun. How about you go down there for a minute? I'll put you back up there. You go there, the pin can probably stay there. This is gonna have to come out now though. Oh, that's not where I wanted that to go. Okay, I'm not really looking 100% forward to this. Because this thing's really heavy. Really kind of awkward. It's kind of dirty too. Gets a lot of the exhaust fumes up there, I guess. Oh, bother. I wonder if I should just get a new pin ordered. I don't know if he could get it here in time, though. It looks pretty darn good to me, but just off a hair, isn't it? Doesn't have to be much. Okay, that's actually got to go in here. And up in here. Oh! Oh, I missed it. Oh, crap. This is one little turd, I gotta say. That's right there. Well, I got dirty, I guess. Should I put gloves on for that mess? Holy crap. That was ridiculous. My heart's like pounding like crazy. Well, I still don't know what we're gonna do here other than just pound the crap out of it. It's the only thing I can think, because it's almost impossible to get that perfectly straight again. Holy smokes. That is definitely hitting hard in there. If I hit it too hard, it's just going to mushroom the crap out of it. See, we got a funeral coming up, and I don't know, this is Tuesday. This pin is definitely screwed. I don't have a replacement here for it. Pretty sure I don't. Or just something I could put into pin temporarily. It's just got to clear the inside, right? Let me grab my tape out here and see if I can see what size this is. Inch and a little less than an inch and a quarter. Of course, it's probably a weird size. Well, she came out of there. I just, it was a little bit of pounding. Just a little bit of pounding and she'll go in. There. She's home. We drove her home. Now, cotter pin. Let me look in the shed here, see if I got a cotter. I just so happen to. Hopefully it fits. And it does. A little long, but could always cut it down, but I'm just gonna do that. All right, I'm completely filthy now. So is the tractor. Boy, he really needs a good wash. Might have to get the soap out for him even. I don't know. We'll see. Definitely needs a good degreasing, that's for sure. Holy smokes. You can't really spray brake cleaner on the whole bloody thing, but finish this can off. What a bug killer though, that's amazing. It's got a lot of the diesel dusty dirt crap on it too, right? It's got no def system or regen system on this guy. She's an old school. Thank goodness. Huh. Okay, so down in here we had a couple of washers. And there's the other key there. The other feller will throw them up here. Just so it's there. Like I say, I don't use these bars. You just got to know your machine, right? Now those will need greased, of course. Those two guys we had off there. But I want to check the fluid here first and see if we need to add some. I'm thinking it's probably going to be down. I left you there because this is a real bugger of a spot to get into here. It's a terrible spot. Wipe it off and re-dab it. It said it was right up there, but sometimes they lie. I don't know why, but plunk it right down. It's not really down. It's actually not bad. We didn't really lose much. Maybe it's right like in that first X there. So I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Maybe have to run it a bit too, because that cylinder will need a bit, and we'll probably have to add some. But I usually like to let it kind of sit overnight again, right? All right, let me clean up a bit and we'll give her a try here. All right, I guess we're good. We'll start her up here and see if we have any issues. It's gonna have to cycle a little bit to build up pressure and stuff there. Oh, I guess I need a key. Look at these ones going through here too, eh? Feeding the other side. But they got wrap all on them. I think they'll be all right in there. Should probably look at this side here. Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch in here that are rubbing. Are probably gonna blow at some point. These are all wrapped in here, it looks like, but then back in there they're not. Original lines too. It's pretty good. All right. Guessing she'll be good. Maybe Dylan will activate it for us here. We can look for leaks. Go put the loader up and down for me. So we can check. Yes, I see a shaft turning there. There's an internal error there. Want to make sure we're not going to pinch here. Yeah, keep going. Right up. Yeah, I think we'll be able to get this big cavity back in there. fill back up here, but there's quite a bend in these though, isn't there? Like, boy oh boy. I think we better to maybe have them a bit shorter and just kind of go, because I don't think you really need all that bend in it. Oh, maybe you do. See any leak in there. So go right up and then just pressurize it like, put lots of pressure to it. That'll pressurize back here. Yeah, I think we're all right. We'll have to keep an eye on her though. I'll check that fluid a bit later. Like, this thing holds a crap ton of fluid. A little bit lost there is not going to make a huge difference. So we're not leaking there. We're not leaking under here. All right. Oh, Johnny, fixed again, eh? It's not dripping anywhere. Should be all right. Well, we'll go give it a lift test here. We'll put the forks on and then we'll lift the big log here onto the mill. Put some weight on it for sure. Woo, easy bite. Yeah, we didn't activate that, I guess so, did we? I see any dripping. We're all right. It's wet still over there from when it was splashing, but I think we're good. Well, Johnny didn't blow up. It's still good. That's how he started. He says, "Oh, John Deere blew up." Well, it did.
Yeah.
That blew a hunk of a hose out, though. Holy, that was like, wow. But anyways, there we go. We didn't have to take the battery box off, which was nice. I think, though, if I had to go to those other hoses, though, I don't know. Those other ones are going to really suck, so hopefully they never blow. But they are right in there rubbing, too, so eventually they're probably going to go. Anyways, thanks again for watching. Catch you all later, and you guys have a good day.